Meh. If OBS would like to catch the audio, that'd be cool. Thank you, OBS. So, welcome back to Trails in the Sky, second chapter. Today is going to be a long day of plot, so grab your popcorn and prepare for the preemptive preamble. Hey, alliteration. Firstly, I just want to thank everybody for the reception to last stream, because I know that was quite long and full of information and blah-de-blah. But it's done quite well, comparatively, so thank you. I would also appreciate your continued support for this one, because my throat is probably going to be drier than a damn desert by the end of this. It's kind of going already. Anyway. Let's get into it. So, Agate has chased the dragon over to Ravvenue Village, and it has been torched. So, we need to get over there ASAP. However, first, there is one thing I'd like to do. If I can find the room. Leela remains unconscious. I do not think her life is in danger, but for now, all we can do is pray for her mercy. I can't decide what we should do for dinner without Leela. Ah, please, Leela, wake up. I've contacted all of the shops people have evacuated to. Now I need to arrange a full investigation of the damage to the market, and put together a plan to rebuild it and order materials. After that, I need to arrange to have aid and repair materials sent to Leela. Get it together, Maybelle. You have a mountain of work to do. How is the city supposed to function if you sit around moping? Father would die of shame. At least she's putting her priorities of being the mayor of a town over her own insecurities. That is a sign of strength in of itself. Either way. Checking out Augment setup. I've given Xin Haze and Scent. Chloe has Yin Yang, Mind, Cast, HP 4, EP Cut 3, Ingenuity and Absorb. Estelle has EP Cut 2, Heaven's Eye, Action 1, Attack 3, HP 4, Shield 4, and Petrify. Tita has EP Cut 2, Attack 3, Action 2, Range 1, Blind, HP 3, and Shield 3. What I should do is switch that around. There we go. So, we want to head off to Ravvenue. The trek to Ravvenue itself isn't too difficult. We've already been out this way for the Crone Trail Monster and Missing Lady, so if you remember doing that quest, this is going to be perfectly normal to you. Just keep an eye on the minimap for enemies and head towards this map and then go directly up. Now, the dangerous thing about these few encounters is that we do not have Agate by our side, which means we will not be able to exploit Wild Rage, yada yada yada. So, let's get into some of the enemies on Ravvenue Trail that we couldn't fight before. Chupacabra, blood-sucking plant from the mountains, leeches blood from its prey, weak against water. Suits us just fine. Does inflict quite a fair chunk of damage, though. Just gonna go for double blue impact. They can punch it. Oh yeah, I forgot to give Zin any accessories. Oops. Me do big dumb. Anyway, with the cast 2, Chloe is now capable of instantly casting Blue Impact, almost. Which means we do have some offensive pressure. I should also give Zin the Tornado Fan and the Sapphire Talisman. That was not a back attack. Okay, game. Whatever you say. I forgot how underleveled Zin is. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should stop horsing around with this thing. Just a bit. I have so many spells. Jesus. 3.5k damage from Chloe is nothing to sneeze at, though. That is big numbers. Anyway, Zin gets True Distend. True Distend is basically a more powerful version of the original Distend, same as most of the attacks with that naming scheme. True, or, like, bloody-blah, whatever. You get the gist. Anyway, roly-poly. Multi-legged arthropod that spews poisonous gas. The gas it ejects has a range of effects. This thing can inflict petrify and poison, I believe? Quite a dangerous enemy that you don't really want to deal with, but like most enemies, it's weak to water. So Chloe on her own should be able to take care of that, but just in case, I'm gonna make sure that that's not the only contingency plan I've got. Oh wait, can I just double? Yes! I can just double tap right and go all the way down. Papa's bless. Wah. The convenient thing is Tita is now equivalently leveled enough that she can take a hit and not die. Yippee! So we enjoy the small moral victories while we have them. Keep making our way up. There's nothing in particular that you need to fight on this road. Just make sure you're getting your chest messages. You can avoid the encounters if you want to. And we're here. No way. This is... It's awful! I think, for the moment, the best thing we can do is try to find the village elder. He should hopefully know what happened to the dragon and Agate. Yeah, let's look. I think it's pertinent that Tita should go in front. So you can still buy goods from Ravvenue if you need them. EP charges are going to become irrelevant very soon, but for now we are going to want a decent stockpile of them. The Moonlight Path is something we will go back to in a minute. Sir. I remember you. Have you come all the way from the guild in Bose? Yeah, that's right. You remember us, sir? Yes, you slew those monsters for us, and you helped with the bandits as well. It'd be hard to forget you after all that. I see. Oh, no, never mind that. Where did the dragon go? And, Agate. Where's Agate? Yes. After burning the orchards, the dragon flew north. Agate showed up right afterwards and helped put out the fire, but when it was over, he simply vanished. Agate! Are you sure he didn't go off to find his sister? She lives here, right? His what? I see. So that's what Agate tells people, is it? Pardon? What do you mean? I did check earlier. Agate is not with Misha. He's not at his house either. I see. So he must have gone after the dragon then. North of here. That would lead to the old Ravvenue Septium mine. Sir Elder, is there anything we can do to assist you? Oh no, you don't need to fret over us. We managed to get the fires out, so all that's left now is cleaning up. More importantly, please, help Agate. What he's in, this sort of state. There's no telling what he might do. Got it. Everyone, come on! Let's search the road leading to that mine. Okay. So, the people in Ravvenue seem to be in relatively high spirits considering they just got hit by a dragon attack. But I suppose that's all they can really do. Some people are handling it better than others, but... Anyway. Let's check out the Moonlight Path. You can rest here for 200 mirror, that's average pricing. And the shop in the top of the Moonlight Path sells Sunshine Ice Cream, Moonlight Ice, and Paradise Cooler. Paradise Cooler is like Mystery Paste, but with the power of God infused into it. Paradise Coolers are quite possibly one of the best healing items we have access to. As if the Tira Bomb wasn't inferior enough. For an extra 500 mirror on top of it, you can get something that does the same thing as the Mystery Paste and heals 4,200 HP. That's pretty busted, considering most of our characters' max health is about 4,000 itself. If we head into the Elder's house... The screams of the children, the smoke of burning trees. Oh, mercy. Everything from 10 years ago has come rushing back. It took but a single moment to lose everything we had. So apparently there's some kind of tragedy that's befallen the town beforehand. Path to the abandoned mine is at the top. I'd recommend that you have all your characters outfitted with some kind of freeze prevention. And once that's all done, we can move on out. I'm going to give Zin the glove gear on his second slot, just to try and bump up his damage a little bit. Estelle could also stand to use an EP charge. Where are my healing items? There they are. Yippee! Okay. That being said, if you are ready, you can move along. There is a couple things that we need to get out of the way first. Do not head left to the abandoned mine. Yet. We need to fully investigate this section first. Start by hugging the left wall. You want to follow it all the way around to this chest, which contains a Tira Bomb. No. And this chest, which contains a Reviving Balm. If we continue following this wall, make sure you adjust your camera so you don't get bumped. And there's Fire Sepith 200. If you can read this, the clowns have won! Uh-oh. Ah, well. Surely everything must be fine. And over here, Byaku's Claws. There was an item here. It's gone now. If you equip Zin, currently we have a power boost of 205. Byaku's Claws boost that by 305. God damn! This is why I didn't bother buying Zin any weapons earlier, even though we were going to use him, because, well... yeah. 305 bonus. Nom tasty. Anyhow, once you have those 4 chests, that is every chest in this area. Now we're heading to where we fought the Fate Spinners in first chapter. You want to make sure you save before you enter this intersection. Do you want to go left? Watch out for the enemies on the way. There should be at least one more chest in this area, if I am not mistaken. There it is. Why not try giving back to an empty chest sometime? Well, if the devs gave me the option, I might. We don't want to go up into the abandoned mine yet. We want to go back down to the crossroads. Watch out for the chupacabras. And here's the other chest, which just contains a reviving bomb. This chest contents have already gone to a better place. Your pockets. Damn right they have. So we want to head to this section with this rock, and then just keep going up the right side. Gonna save before I head into the passageway. Ah! This is the entrance to the abandoned mine. The door's open. Do you think? Estelle, look! The chain's been cut. It looks recent, too. I knew it. Agate's work, I'm sure. He must have gone inside. We have to hurry and catch him. Come on! Okay. We give chase. Alright, that should be enough. I need a bit more time to gather the necessary data. And of course, this is the sort of job he'd shove off on me. Having a bad day? I have a guest, it seems. You're that Red Lieutenant from before, aren't you? You've got that same golden sword. Been a while, you bastard. Agate Krosner, the Heavy Blade, Racer Rank C. No, you were promoted to Rank B after the coup. No surprise that a former member of the Intelligence Division would know that already. You're always sneaking around in the shadows like a rat back then. Decided to get a bit more showy this time, huh? Well, whatever. I ain't interested in arrests or anything nice like that today. I'm just gonna slice that smug look right off your face. Confident, aren't we? I wouldn't call what happened showy, personally. It was certainly nothing compared to what you saw 10 years ago. I've had a look at the records of every bracer in this country. You and I are very similar in some ways, Agate Krosner. Similar, huh? You don't know shit! So don't say shit! You should know from our last encounter the difference in our abilities. On top of that, I have a dragon at my disposal. So what could possibly drive you to engage me alone? You think I give a damn about my chances of winning? I can't stand you. I'll take any chance I can get to kick your ass. Unbelievable. This is the extent of your power? I won't even need the dragon. What? Ugh. We may be similar in some ways, but there is one crucial difference between us. That being the reason we take up our swords. The hell are you? I wield mine to discard my humanity and walk the path of ruin. You only wield yours in a desperate attempt to fill the emptiness within you. Swinging that lump of iron fills the void within you. And for a brief moment, your rage lets you flee from your grief. But in the end, you're only deluding yourself. God. Should you continue to hide behind your delusions, you will never move forward. As you are now, you are neither fit for enlightenment, nor the path I follow. You will always remain incomplete. Shut the hell up! Was that Agate's voice? The way it's echoing. I think he must be in the big open mining pit. Come on, let's hurry. So, you are not on a timer, don't panic. But there is some things you want to gather first before we move on. So, this back mining area. Make sure your map is pointing north, and head up to this corner. Here you'll find an EP charge too. There is nothing else on that right corner, so don't bother checking it, you are all good. Want to head across this bridge. Huh? This bridge was broken the last time we came here. It must have been repaired in the interim. Perhaps by the Royal Army or local miners. Maybe. There is a hidden chest here along this wall with a regular EP charge. Want to head up and to the left. There is some rope. And a Tyrrell bomb. Next, you want to head all the way up past that passage there. And here is 100 victory stake. The 100 victory stake, if I can go over that really quickly, heals 10,000 HP and gives 10% strength boost. That is an insane amount of healing, and you're going to want to save it. Anyhow, once you have all the items, you can save, and then move on. Ah! Damn you! Careless. And with the one mercy I can offer you, I'll end this quickly. Ha! Now then, it's almost time. I should alter the Gospel's control style while I still have a moment. Just a damn second. I'm not done yet. It's not over yet. That's Agate! Tita! You still cling to that broken lump of iron. As you wish. You shall die as broken as your blade. No! Short stuff. The hell are you doing? I was worried about you, Agate. So I came here with Estelle and... Tita! You. Stop them. This is bad. please. Stay away, please. You idiot. You think please will work on him? Just run already. The granddaughter of Zeus Professor Russell and Tita Russell. I'd heard you're a child genius, but no genius would ever behave so recklessly. In truth, I'm not fond of harming women or children. Still, I'll do what I must. Now be a good girl and move. You son of a bitch! I won't move. I won't. Agate's always been saving me, so I have to help him back. I have to. No, that's not it. Not just it. He's blunt, and he always looks annoyed. He always treats me like a kid and calls me things like short stuff, but he's really very nice, and he's always watching out for me. He means so much to me. I love him! So I won't move, no matter what. Tita. You're a very brave little girl. No, I can hardly believe you care that much for such a blockhead. Seems you aren't the only ones who wish to challenge me, so I'll take my leave for now. Eh? Main guns and portside guns, aim for the dragon. All hands prepare to take the field immediately upon landing. Turns out Morgan does have our back after all. They finally show their faces. Now we can begin the final experiment. Eh? Wait, you! Don't forget, Agate Frostner. So long as you continue to delude yourself, you won't amount to anything. Nor can you protect anything you deem important. Wait! Now look, I stood here and listened to you run your mouth for what I felt like forever. I am so not letting you get away after all that. Estelle Bright, you too should take this to heart. Huh? Once this experiment ends, our plan will enter its next stage. If you fail to keep your wits about you, I guarantee you will come to regret it. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to... Curse you, dragon! You will not flee! All hands! Fire! Fire! Bring it down! As if your cannons can do anything against the legend. Let us go, Ragnar the Ancient. Wait! Why aren't we chasing him? What are you doing? Does this have something to do with your stupid bracer grudge? Not in the slightest. That monster wasn't even scratched by rounds from a combat vessel. What do you intend to do that cannons cannot? Well, General. Even to you, Your Highness, I shall not yield this point. Courage and recklessness are different things. Your Highness, I'm sure you saw the damage to Bose and Ravvenue. This has, in essence, become a war. A war? Yes, you're right. Leave the bread to the bakers, Miss Bright. If this is a war, the professionals will handle it. If you want my advice, you're better off searching for Ouroboros' center of command. But... Kin. Agate? Agate! Take it easy, okay? I just finished patching you up. You are the heavy blade Agate, yes? Cassius tells me you're quite an active young bracer. Don't care what the old man said. General, listen. Leave the bread to the bakers, water the professionals. You seriously saying that? Of course, I'm serious. Unlike braces who exist only to protect private citizens, we must protect the country as a whole. We must protect Bose soil and those who live upon it. The army is the only instrument that can protect Bose soil and those who live upon it, huh? Don't make me laugh! Ugh. Whoa, Agate! Agate, calm down, please. You're always too late. You idiots move like slugs. You just worry about keeping everyone in step. You can't do shit without orders. You can't even protect the things you say you will. You can't do it now, and you didn't do it 10 years ago. Are you, I wonder, who the hell could leave it to you? I'm gotta protect Misha myself. Agate! Is he okay? He doesn't seem to have reopened his wounds. He's simply exhausted, physically and mentally. Oh, Agate. He was making an even bigger fuss than usual. For now, he needs rest in his own bed. His home is in Ravvenue. My ship can take him that far at least. Thank you. Wait a minute. How do you know Agate's house is in Ravvenue? I remembered that I met him once before. The little boy from that day has grown up quite a bit. What day? It was immediately after the 100 Days' War. The day the memorial to his sister and the other villagers was erected. What? I see. What a mess. Miss Bright, General, sir. I'm sorry to have caused you so much trouble. No. In the end, we couldn't stop the dragon's rampage. I'm sorry we weren't of much help, really. You've no reason to disparage yourself, Miss Bright. Even with the dragon still on the loose, you've proven indispensable in the aid you have given others. You successfully evacuated the market, and Mr. Crossner's firefighting efforts were marvelous. Only you bracers could have responded so quickly. I have to admit, General, it feels a little strange to hear you say that. But, about Agate. Is it true that during the war, his little sister was, It is, yes. The Bose forces and the Imperial Army were fighting on the village's outskirts. During the battle, some Erebonian incendiary rounds hit the village. Ultimately, some of the homes were burnt and some of our villagers lost their lives. One of them was Misha Crossner. In a way, the Royal Army is culpable for that entire incident. The defensive line we established to protect the village ended up doing little more than drawing the fire into it. The end result was a large proportions of the village being laid to waste. Oh. And the order to establish the defensive line came from my desk. You can very easily say that the blood of those people is on my hands. General, sir, please, you don't need to blame yourself. The Royal Army was doing their duty, that's all. The whole thing was just a tragedy built on several coincidences colliding. No, Rayson, you don't need to make excuses for me. Those sort of justifications hold no meaning for those who lost family. Those like that red-headed young man. Well, after the battle, I attended the funeral for the village's dead as a representative of the army. I still clearly remember the eyes of one particular red-haired young man in attendance. Bottomless sadness, twisted by rage. Eyes such as I have never seen before or since. I and I was the one responsible for giving him such eyes. No, that isn't true. Agate never blamed the Erebonians, or the Royal Army, or even you, General. The person he blamed was himself. What do you mean? All I know is what I observed, but Agate always seemed to blame himself in some way for Misha's death. Wasn't even remotely true, of course, but he convinced himself it was. And then, after practically torturing himself over what happened, he left the village. He wanted to search for an answer, to find a way to make it up to Misha. I always thought his time as a street thug in Rouen was because of that, because he never found his answer. He did eventually get his head screwed back on and began walking the path of a bracer, but I don't think he ever truly found the answer he sought. He's still trapped by that same sadness, that same anger at himself. How terrible. Hey, General? Are you sure you won't let us bracers help against the dragon? What? We definitely have some strong points the army doesn't. We're smaller, so we can respond faster. We're closer to the civilian population. It's a bit easier for us to get to places where the army has trouble getting to, too. I know we could help if you'd let us. But now that I've heard all this, I think Agate became a bracer because he thought there was potential in those abilities. The potential to find a way to make peace with his sister. Yeah. I think I can understand now why Agate became a bracer when Dad invited him. Dad became a bracer when he lost Mom, after all. So to prove the potential of bracers, and more than anything, to help the people in need around me, I want to do everything I possibly can. So please, let us help you. Estelle. Well said. I wonder, had bracers been in Bose 10 years ago, could it all have been... It's nothing. Cassius is swamped with other duties, so I'll be taking command of army operations against the dragon. I need to head back to the Hacken Gate and hold council over our next moves. I will take your suggestion under advisement. So then? Do not be hasty. I merely said I would take it under advisement. I will contact your guild house tonight with the result of our deliberations. That is all I can promise. Right. We understand. We'll be waiting to hear from you, sir. I must pardon myself here, then. Rayson, my thanks for your hospitality. No, please. Come by any time. Okay, we'd better get back to Bose. Agate should probably stay here, huh? He's going to need at least a few days to recover from his wounds. We should let him sleep for now. Yeah, good idea. Let's check in on him before we go and fill in Tita with what's going on. Oh, Elder Rayson? I know now's not the best time to ask, but please take care of Agate for us. You don't need to worry. He's part of our family here. Besides, compared to 10 years ago, a dragon is nothing. We should be thanking the goddess no one's died yet. Leave Agate's care to us. Fair roads to you on your way back to Bose. Misha had the loveliest smile, and she dearly loved Agate. But she was just as strong-willed and stubborn as her brother. Perhaps even more so. When she set her mind to something, she was the type who never let it go until she damn well made it happen. Sometimes I can't help but wonder what the future would have held for her. I think she would have been head of the orchards by now. If only.